I'm so glad you're here tonight. Before we dive in, take a moment to get comfortable. Dim the lights, sink into your pillow, and let your body release the day. If you enjoy these journeys and find yourself drifting peacefully to sleep, please like and subscribe. It truly helps. All right, take a deep breath in and out. Now, let me ask you a question. What if tomorrow morning you woke up and remembered every version of your life you have ever lived? It begins at dawn. You open your eyes, and for a moment, everything is normal. The familiar ceiling, the familiar light, the familiar weight of your body against the mattress. And then the memories hit. Not one or two, but thousands. A cascade of lives flooding into your mind with the force of a dam breaking. You remember being a child in a house you have never seen, in a city you have never visited, with parents whose faces are both strange and achingly familiar. You remember falling in love with someone who, in this life, you have never met. You remember dying multiple times, in multiple ways, and waking up again in a different version of the world. You are not losing your mind. You are gaining all of them. The first hour is the hardest. Your mind, designed to hold one life, is suddenly asked to hold dozens, hundreds, maybe more. The memories don't arrive in chronological order. They come in waves, associative and wild. A smell triggers a childhood from another timeline. A song on the radio unlocks a love affair you never had. Your own hands look foreign because you remember versions of them that were scarred, or ringed, or trembling with age. You sit on the edge of your bed and try to breathe. Who are you when you are this many people? Which of these memories is the real one? And then the answer comes, quiet and devastating. All of them. Every single one. You remember your childhoods, plural. In one, you grew up by the sea, the sound of waves your lullaby. In another, you lived in a mountain village where the air was thin and the stars impossibly close. In a third, you were raised in a city of glass towers. Your earliest memory, the reflection of clouds in a skyscraper's face. You had different parents in different lives. Some were kind. Some were distant. Some died young, leaving you with a grief that now, in this remembering, feels as fresh as the day it happened. And yet, threading through all these childhoods, there is a constant, a sense of yourself as a particular kind of light, a specific frequency of being, expressing itself across worlds. You remember growing up again and again and again. The awkwardness of adolescence, navigated differently each time. In one life, you were popular and confident. In another, withdrawn and watchful. In one, you discovered art early and never let it go. In another, you didn't find your passion until middle age. You remember the first time you fell in love. Actually, you remember the first time you fell in love in 17 different lives, and each one feels equally real. The first kiss, the first heartbreak, the first time you realized that other people universes, just like you. You have been young so many times, and the cumulative weight of all that youth, all that hope, all that fear, all that becoming is almost too much to bear. And the loves, oh, the loves. You remember everyone you have ever loved across every life, and the specificity of each relationship is breathtaking. In one life, you loved someone with a quiet, steady devotion that lasted 60 years. In another, you loved fiercely and briefly, a fire that consumed everything in months and left you both in ashes. In a third life, you never found love at all, but learned to love solitude so deeply that it became its own kind of partnership. And the strangest part is that some of these people exist in your current life. Strangers you pass on the street, baristas who hand you coffee, colleagues you barely know. But in another timeline, they were the center of your world. You loved them. And now you remember loss, more loss than any single human should have to carry. Parents who died in some timelines, but lived in others. Children you had in one life who never existed in the next. Friends whose faces you now recall with perfect clarity, even though in this life you have never spoken their names. The grief is not cumulative in the way you might expect. It does not multiply. Each loss does not make the others heavier. Instead, it deepens. Grief, you learn, is not a weight you carry, but a depth you grow into. And the more you remember, the deeper you become. You contain oceans of mourning, and somehow, miraculously, you do not drown. You learn to swim in the deep water of all your losses. Mirrors become difficult. When you look at your reflection now, you do not see one face. You see all of them, layered like sheets of tracing paper, each slightly different. There is the version of you with the scar above the eyebrow from a life where you were in an accident at 17. There is the version with the deep laugh lines from a life where joy came easily and often. There is the version whose eyes are heavier, darker, from a life where you learned early that the world could be cruel. Which of these is your real face? The answer you slowly understand is that they all are. Your face is not a single image, but a composite, a mosaic, a gallery. And somehow, looking at this crowd of selves in the mirror, you feel not fragmented, but whole. Walking down the street becomes a procession. You are never alone now. Alongside, you walk the versions of yourself who took different paths, made different choices, ended up in different cities. Some are more successful than you, some less. Some are happier. Some are still searching. But they walk with you, invisible companions, a quiet parade of possibility. And here is the unexpected gift. You stop comparing yourself to others. How could you envy anyone when you have literally been them? The version of you that became wealthy walks beside the version that chose simplicity. The version that found fame walks beside the version that chose obscurity. And you realize, truly realize, no life is better than any other. They are just different, and you have lived them all, but there are days when it is too much. Days when the sheer volume of memory becomes a kind of assault. You remember arguments from lives that never happened. You feel guilt for decisions made by other versions of yourself in other timelines. You grieve for people who, in this reality, are still alive, because in another branch, they are not. The boundary between your memories and your present life grows thin, and sometimes you cannot tell which is which. On these days, you retreat. You sit in a quiet room and you hold yourself, all of yourself, and you wait for the wave to pass. And it always does. Because one thing you have learned from living so many lives is that everything passes. Even this, and then one day you notice something remarkable. The memories begin to organize themselves. Not chronologically, that would be too simple. They arrange by theme, by lesson. You see that across all your lives, certain patterns recur. You keep meeting the same souls in different bodies, different roles. You keep facing the same fundamental questions about love, about purpose, about letting go in different forms. It is as though your soul is enrolled in a curriculum and each life is a different class. In one, you study patience. In another, courage. In a third, surrender. And the lives that felt like failures, they were the ones where you learned the most. The hardest lives you now understand were the honors courses. You recognize now that certain people have been with you across many lives. Your mother in this life was your daughter in another. Your closest friend was once your greatest rival. Your partner was once a stranger who saved your life with a single act of kindness that you never got to thank them for until now. The web of relationships is dizzying, intricate, and unbearably beautiful. You see that every interaction matters. Every kindness echoes across timelines. Every cruelty leaves a mark that takes lifetimes to heal. And you understand, with a clarity that humbles you, that we are all just souls in a vast dance, partnering and repartnering, learning from each other across the ages. You find solace in simple things. Gardening, for instance. You remember planting seeds in lives where you were a farmer, a monk, a suburban parent with a weekend vegetable patch. The feel of soil between your fingers is the same across every timeline. The patience required to wait for something to grow is identical. And in these simple acts, cooking a meal, walking in the rain, holding a warm cup in your hands, you find a continuity that transcends the chaos of your multiplied memory. There is a version of you in almost every life that did these same things. A communion of the ordinary. And the ordinary, you realize, is sacred. It is the one thing that never changes, no matter how strange the life becomes. You try to explain this to someone, a therapist, perhaps, or a friend patient enough to listen. You tell them, I remember dying, I remember being a different gender, a different nationality, a different species of human entirely. And to your surprise, they do not recoil. They do not call you crazy. They simply nod and say, "That sounds very heavy." And in that simple acknowledgement that your experience is real and that it is weighty, something releases. You do not need anyone to believe you. You just need someone to witness you, to see the crowd of selves you carry and say, "I see them. I see you, all of you." And in that moment of being truly seen, the loneliness that has accompanied your remembering begins, finally, to lift. You begin to write, not for anyone else, just to get the memories out of your head and onto paper where they can breathe. You fill notebook after notebook with the lives you have lived. The childhood in Kerala, the adolescence in Oslo, the marriage in Buenos Aires that lasted 43 years and ended with you holding her hand as she slipped away. The life where you were a musician, touring small clubs and never quite making it, but never quite caring. The life where you were a scientist, making a discovery that changed everything, only to realize that knowledge without wisdom is a hollow gift. You write until your hand cramps and your eyes blur. And when you finally stop, you look at the stack of notebooks and realize you have written a library, your own personal Alexandria. There comes a day when you stop fighting the memories. You stop trying to sort them, understand them, rank them. You simply let them be. All the versions of yourself, the hero and the coward, the lover and the loner, the saint and the sinner, they are all welcome now. You have made peace with your multiplicity. And in that peace, something extraordinary happens. The memories stop feeling like an invasion and start feeling like a gift. Each life you remember is a library card giving you access to wisdom you could never have earned in just one lifetime. You have been rich and poor, healthy and sick, loved and abandoned. And all of it, every single moment of every single life, has brought you here. The remembering changes how you treat others. When you look at a stranger now, you do not see a single person. You see a soul that has also lived many lives, even if they do not remember them. You see the child they once were, the elder they will become, the loves they have lost, and the loves that are still waiting for them in timelines they cannot see. And from this expanded vision, compassion flows naturally. You are gentler now, slower to judge, quicker to forgive. You know that the person who hurt you in this life may have been your closest ally in another. And the person you hurt, you remember the guilt from the other side in another life, when you were the one who caused pain. You have been everyone, and so you can forgive anyone. You begin to share what you know, not as a prophet or a guru, but as someone who has simply lived a very long time across many bodies. People come to you with their problems, and you listen with the ears of 1,000 lives. You have been where they are. You have made their mistakes. You have found your way out of their despair. And so you can offer not advice, but companionship. Not solutions, but presence. You become, almost by accident, a kind of elder regardless of your biological age. Because age is not measured in years. It is measured in experience. And you, with your library of lives, are very, very old and very, very young. At the same time, one night, you lie in a field and look up at the stars. The memories are still there. They will always be there, but they no longer press against you. They float around you like a soft constellation of everything you have ever been. You pick one memory at random. A summer afternoon in a life where you were a painter. The light falling through a dusty window onto a half-finished canvas. You hold the memory gently, like a firefly cupped in your hands. Then you let it go, not to forget it, but to release your grip on it. The memories do not need to be clutched. They are part of you now, woven into the fabric of your being. You can access any of them at any time, but you do not have to carry all of them at once. You can simply be here. Now, under the stars, you have become something new. Not a person with memories, but a living archive, a walking library of human experience. And what you have learned, more than anything else, is that the self is not a fixed point. It is a constellation. Each life you have lived is a star in that constellation. And together, they form a shape that is uniquely yours. No one else has lived exactly your sequence of lives. No one else carries exactly your collection of joys and sorrows. You are not broken by your multiplicity. You are completed by it. The goal was never to choose one life and discard the others. The goal was to hold all of them, every failure, every triumph, every love, every loss. And to see that together, they make a single, beautiful, irreplaceable whole. Now, as you lie here in the darkness, you feel them all with you. The child you were, the elder you will become, the lovers and fighters and dreamers and doubters, all of them gathered in this moment, in this body, in this breath. You are not going to sleep alone tonight. You are going to sleep with an entire universe inside you. Every version of you that ever lived is settling down beside you, their breathing syncing with yours, their hearts beating in the same quiet rhythm. You are a chorus. You are a family. You are a world. And as you drift towards sleep, you whisper to all of them, to all of you, the same gentle words. I remember you. I love you. Rest now. We are home, and so our journey through the remembered lives comes to a close. As you drift off to sleep, let the images settle around you, the childhoods, the loves, the losses, the quiet wisdom that came from living so many times. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you'd like to explore another corner of what might have been, please subscribe and join us again tomorrow night. For now, let your breathing slow. Let your thoughts dissolve like morning mist. And let sleep carry you gently, peacefully into the night. You have been so many people, and every single one of them was beautiful. Rest now. You are home.